Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Phantasy Star for The End of the Millennium. Well, let's finally go to Gumbius Temple and advance the storyline. Gumbius is kind of a funny name, at least to me. And it has some rather strange music, too. Here at Gumbius Temple, we not only guard the Eclipse Torch, the symbol of Desilician belief, but also we are the central government. Welcome to the Gumbius Temple. We even welcome Parmanians. I somehow don't trust these guys entirely. Oh boy, is that my cat behind me trying to get into my hydroponic garden? Am I going to have to throw her out? Soldew, Trimate, Moondew, and Stardew. Okay, that's quite the array of healing items. You may not go beyond this point. Please go back. So those guards are not going to let us see whatever is beyond that point. One day the flame of the Eclipse Torch will reduce to ashes all that is unclean. That is the legend of the Eclipse Torch. Isn't that pretty similar to what Zio was promising his followers? What's with all these apocalyptic religions here in the Algo solar system? This holy flame of ours is truly beautiful. Not that I don't understand the urge to burn everything to ash and start anew. There are days when that seems like the best path forward, so I can see where these cultists get all their recruits. The Eclipse Torch is a holy flame. The legend states that it emits a burning light that reduces any object unworthy of this world to ashes. I once got terribly frostbitten, but the light of the Eclipse Torch cured me in moments. That is truly a holy flame. I don't remember if advancing the plot is done here or upstairs. This is a sacred Desilician area. Usually, many people come to visit, but recently there's been a snowstorm and visitors are few and far between. How rare to see a Parmanian. Are you here sightseeing? Not exactly. See, we want to borrow your most holy of artifacts. We are going to do something important with it, I promise. The Statue of Flames. Are you saying this is an object to worship? Yeah, Chaz. I think that's been established. They say there used to be a tower called Corona that stood here in the past. I think that is a reference to Phantasy Star 1? Or is it 2? I don't always remember all these details. I'm so grateful. It's so wonderful to be able to worship the flame of the Eclipse Torch again. I am a trained monk. Every time I step into this place, I feel stronger. Not even the most precious jewel could emit such a divine light. The more I look at it, the more refreshing the light is. I feel as if my heart is being cleansed. I'll admit I was expecting a larger flame, given how much it has been hyped up. Well, can we borrow it, please? So this is the Eclipse Torch? Fine, we'll ask permission. What? That won't do? The holy flame is something that should not go beyond this gate. Even if it is the wish of Lutz to lightly lend out the torch, it is not acceptable to me. Boy, you just don't get it, do you? Didn't I explain the situation? Presumably there was an explanation that the game skipped over because it would get annoying having to read our characters summarizing things every 2 seconds. The future of the entire Algo system is hinging on this. Won't do, won't do. What can't be, can't be. Huh? What's that? Ha 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 ha. I'll take that, thank you very much. What the heck do you think you're doing? We are beings who live in the air castle. Hey you, the one dressed in white. If you're Lutz, do you remember, don't you? You know who will be waiting for you at the air castle? I'll take possession of the Eclipse Torch. If you want it back, then come and get it. That is, if you don't mind losing your life. Those guys might be more threatening if it weren't for all the absurd, gratuitous laughter. I think of them as the Three Stooges. They're so much less threatening than Zeo and Dark Force. Anyways. Ah! What a disaster! The flame which we hold holy has been stolen. It's my punishment for being so narrow-minded. Oh, how am I to bear the responsibility for this? Don't get so depressed. It was taken by force. It's not your fault. All we have to do is go and retrieve it. Oh, would you really? Thank you very much. But in exchange, you had better lend it to us after we recover it. Oh, of course. Yes, no question about that. Rune, about the air castle, you said you know about it. Oh, yes. It's in Lutz's memory, to be precise. It's a castle that floated in the skies of the planet Parma a long, long time ago. The planet Parma? In that case, it would have been destroyed 1,000 years ago. The planet Parma exploded, and there is only an asteroid belt left where the planet used to be. Could it be that miraculously the air castle survived, and even now it's in the midst of the asteroids? The probability of that is very low. At any rate, I will check it out with the sensors on the Landale. Rune, I have one more question. Who is that person those witches were talking about? Oh, witches? Were they supposed to be female? Can't really tell with those robes. The first generation Lutz and his companions fought a man in the air castle. That man's name was Lashik. Is that who they mean? Lashik was defeated by the first generation Lutz. I don't know what we'll find out until we get there. What we'll find until we get there. I wish you well. So our next destination is the air castle. This is one giant reference to Phantasy Star 1. Lashik was the, I guess, second to last boss of that game. He was being manipulated by Dark Force, who made him the king of the Algo solar system and gave him incredible powers in exchange for him ruling with an iron fist and spreading monsters throughout the land, something like that. The original heroine, Alice, and her companions, who included Lutz, entered the air castle and confronted and killed Lashik. Because I played this game before Phantasy Star 1, all of these references were completely lost on me at the time. Which made all of this seem a little bit on the random side, to be honest. It's all a lot more meaningful if you actually have familiarity with the previous games. I wanted to regain... Well then, let's go ahead and search for the air castle. I'm getting something. Although very slight, it is definitely something. Can you get it on the screen? I will try. That's it! That's the air castle, all right. It has a spooky atmosphere. Ooh, are you getting a little scared? Huh, Chaz? Okay, more points to Kyra for poking fun at Chaz. Don't be ridiculous. We're going in. Okay, we are... It doesn't let me return to Desolus. Fine, we'll return to Motavia. I want my hit points and TP and skills back. Watch there be a full recover rate at the entrance to the air castle, rendering this completely pointless. But we get to watch the cool launch sequence and listen to the inspirational spaceship music in extra time, so whatever, it's fine. So I'm beginning to doubt my memories, because I had remembered Ladia Tower and Kuran as pretty difficult, large dungeons, and I had an easy time with them. And I didn't remember the weapon factory at all, and it really kicked my butt. So I don't trust my memory, but for whatever it is worth, I remember the air castle as being a ridiculously huge, complicated, extremely difficult dungeon. Maybe the most difficult dungeon in the game. Definitely a candidate for that position. Let's see if I'm completely off base or if that memory turns out to be accurate. Blast off, Landale! I hope we've got inertial dampeners or something, or that would pulp us, the inertial force upon takeoff. Gravity is normal, and there is a breathable atmosphere. This is clearly an artificial condition. You think? They seem to be expecting us. Huh. You know, I wonder why they would make it easier on us by adding a breathable atmosphere and normal gravity. That doesn't make much sense to me. Surely this would be far more dangerous and more likely to kill us if there was no air and no gravity. Then again, maybe they need the air and gravity for all of the evil creatures we're going to encounter. That would make some level of sense. I don't even know what that stuff is. If it's lava, it's some of the most poorly animated lava I've ever seen. So I hope it's not supposed to be that. Whatever it is ominous. Blade Rights. Alright, well let's just unload normal attacks on them. Okay, Rune nearly gets killed immediately. I am really sensing a pattern here. I'm pretty much convinced at this point that I want to load up Rune with as many defensive items as possible. But he can't equip any of the shields I have, so the double shields thing is not going to work. I'll level Farika. Okay, so the enemies are already threatening. Let's go ahead and toss out some of this nearly endless supply of Medusas, although if this dungeon is half as difficult as I remember, we will be going through that entire supply of them, and then some. It's the rascals who stole the Eclipse Torch. They're illusions? It's not just any illusion. There is an invisible barrier. So that means we've got to find the real thing and defeat them. Or can't we just use the Psycho Wand, whose whole point of existence is it's really good at dispelling barriers? No, we cannot. Plot contrivances. Okay. How lost will I get this time? Okay, it doesn't help when the enemy gets initiative on us. Alright, Dimension Worms. I think those are some of those enemies that take 1 point of damage from most attacks. But they may be vulnerable to Rayblade because it's Holy Element. I don't remember, to be honest. I'm just going to use Air Slash and Disrupt, and maybe throw in some Hewn for good measure. Oh! Right, Rika's claws do full damage because they're Holy Element too. A level for Ren. Who needs Medis? Nobody really. We took some hits, but nobody's at critical hit points. I like the design of those stone heads. I don't like that the enemy keeps ambushing me. I know I'm a broken record, but that's frickin' annoying. It's not a fun game mechanic. But yeah, these things have a pretty cool design. Kind of remind me of a Castlevania enemy or something. They are also apparently really fast. All the enemies appear to be getting initiative on us, which is making me think I'm underleveled. FS! FS! Why am I so excited for FS? As soon as I heal up, let me tell you. So why am I so excited about FS? Well, as you can see, I've set up a new macro. which that means yes, boys and girls, there's a new combination attack. Now, why am I back at the beginning of the air castle? Because the first time I tried to show this off, the enemy interrupted the combination attack and made it fail. So I had to leave, rest at a full restore to get Rune his FS back, and then return, and I didn't want to make you watch all of that. I did have it so Chaz was acting first with his crosscut, and then Rune with FS. Since Rune is slower, I have reversed the order in the hope of reducing the chance of the combo attack getting interrupted. I hope the order doesn't matter on this combo attack. I do not find it a fun feature that it's so easy for the enemy to interrupt combo attacks and make them fail. I don't think it really adds anything to the game when you try to set up a big combo attack and an enemy just gets initiative in between two critical members of a combo attack and makes it fail. It's just not fun. But enough complaining. Let's see if we can get it off this time. Also, new enemy, Frost Saber. Your added defense power will not save you from Grand Cross! Oh my gosh, over 600 damage to all those guys. Now granted, it was doing more damage because it's a holy elemental attack against dark element enemies, but holy crap, that's effective. Probably one of the best combo attacks in the game. Now you see why I was so excited about it. Maybe a little bit of a waste showing it off against a bunch of random enemies, but whatever. It'll be fine. You know, I think I could have just used the group-wide attack macro I set up rather than individually selecting those commands. Oh, apparently I have Chaz equipped with a holy weapon too. Everybody took damage except Rune. That probably justifies a SAR. Thousand Masada, that almost feels like an insult at this point of the game. Let's see. I have practically endless flailies, so there's rarely a reason to have Rune bother with a regular attack. Which is another reason that I've become very open to just equipping him with double defensive items whenever I become able to do so. I'm hoping I don't miss any items in this dungeon, because I'm not sure if you can come back. And it has some of the best items in the game, if I remember right. There we go, there's my group attack macro. Well, that was quick and easy. Trimate. So far, it's not as labyrinthine as I might have feared. How's everybody doing? I think I can toss out another SAR. This is looking very boss-like to me. What kind of shape are we in? Aside from Rika being real low on TP from casting Sar a zillion times, I think we're looking pretty good. What do our characters have to say? So this is the air castle. Looks foreboding. Oh, if you're scared, just walk behind Big Sister Kyra. Oh, be quiet. And I'm not going to giggle. Rika giggles. Oh, these guys aren't flashing. These must be the real deal. Ha ha ha! Oh my god, please stop. You've come, however. Ha 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 ha! Oh, the Three Stooges. We have no use for anyone but Lutz, and we have only one use for him. We will mutilate and kill him with his very hands. I'm sorry, but these jokers do not deserve any attempt at serious voice acting. That said, they absolutely deserve to be taken seriously as enemies. I believe this is an extremely difficult boss fight. So the first thing I'm going to do is put up the best defensive buffs that I can muster. And have my other characters who aren't going to contribute to the defensive buffs open up with some attacks. Alright, good, good. Now these guys together can do that. Oh my god, that's devastating. Look at how devastating that is. Okay. I remembered this boss fight as being extremely dangerous, and my memory was correct. Oh, man. So... let's try a burst rocket. Hewn. Trying to decide what the best things to use. You know, it might be smarter to focus one down so they can't keep doing that ultimate attack. Geisar. I find it extremely unlikely that this can work. But I want to see if the game would let me seal them. Almost certainly not. Nah, I didn't think so. And Ren is down. Okay. I think we're probably going to lose. In fact, we seem desperately underleveled. I think I'm going to have to grind, actually. Oh, man. This is brutal. Is it worth trying to win from this position? Because I can get Ren back on his feet with a repair kit. I guess I could try to get off a Grand Cross. Oh, Rika can't even Geisar again. We didn't even get off the Grand Cross. Yeah, this is pointless. Well, my memory was not wrong about how incredibly difficult this boss battle is, that's for sure. Oh, one of them is down. Huh. Might we be able to win from this position after all? That would be pretty awesome and dramatic if we could manage it. Do either of you know Rever? I think Rune does, right? Yeah. And then Chaz does, so he could cast it too. Okay. No, I think we're still gonna lose. If I could take out another one, then resurrect some people so that the experience is distributed evenly. I guess I could flaily them. Yeah. Okay, Alright, we got another one. Alright, now it might be worth my time to get my characters back on their feet, and I think I can still pull out a miraculous win. Alright, back on your feet, Ren. Another Rever. Hopefully this time Chaz won't get insta-killed. Yeah, go on. Keep guy-wadding the magicians. They can take it. Okay, I don't want to kill him yet. Wow, I've gone from desperately hoping not to lose, expecting that I will, to I don't want to attack this guy yet because I don't want to kill him before I get Rika back on her feet so she can share in the experience. Actually, Chaz should... Yeah, okay. Rune doesn't know healing magic, but I do have multiple... Okay, a Diamate for Chaz should keep him alive. There we go. No one should be one-shottable. Alright, now to finish this punk off. With Flare. I will Medivh Rika because she's the lowest on hit points. Chaz can go ahead and Guy Res himself. Rika will unleash a double slash. And Flaley didn't do much. Let's see if Nafoy is any better. Okay, that was a lot of unnecessary planning out that round. A level for Ren. Alright, we won. Whew. That was quite a fight. I can't believe I pulled off that miraculous win there. I'm glad that I kept fighting on and didn't just give up. That was pretty awesome. And wow. Probably the most difficult boss battle of the game so far. That combo attack that they can pull off is brutal. Definitely seems like a better strategy to focus hard on one and take him down to stop that combo attack rather than giving into the temptation to use group attacks to try to take them all down at once. Alright, so let's get healed up after that intense battle just in case a random encounter ambushes us. We wouldn't want to die after that accomplishment. Rika's out of TP for SARS, so I guess some Medivhs for everybody from Kyra. And by everybody, I mostly mean Chaz and Rika because they were the ones who were really hurt. Behind them is a healing panel, but then it seems like a dead end. So what we actually want to do here is Chaz is going to Heenus us back to the entrance. And from here, we're just going to go in a straight line north because now that we killed the Three Stooges, their illusionary images and their barriers are gone. So north, north, north we go. leading to these stairs down, which go to the next part of the air castle. Now we proceed down into the basement. So this area is strange and interesting. Okay, so these guys can air slash us. The jerks. Oh boy. SAR is so expensive. But there's so many enemies that hit us with area attacks. You know, I probably could have skipped the SAR and just thrown Medusas on everybody, because I'm going to end up having to do it anyway. But yeah, so the layout for the basement is strange. It's pretty cool how you can see the floors below you. This was completely lost on me. This was completely lost on me. But in the original Phantasy Star, the layout of the air castle was going down 5 floors and then coming back up 5 identical floors. But that was in first-person perspective. Ooh, 4-dimension worms, eh? Well, we've got their number. Ah, the devastating Rika. But that was in the first-person perspective. So if you played the first Phantasy Star... Oh, Chaos Sorcerer. This is the guy who tried to, well, who successfully sabotaged our spaceship, right? This is what I think of you. Your flaily is weak. Ha! You're so pathetic you went down in 1 round to regular attacks. But yeah, if you played the first Phantasy Star before this game, and were very observant, you could have noticed that the basement area of the air castle Thank you, Rika. A level Faroon. Replicates the layout of the air... I am never going to finish this sentence, am I? Replicates the layout... We'll keep trying. We'll keep trying. Replicates the layout of the original... I give up. I give up. You don't need commentary, right? Right, guys? Let's just make this an uncommentated long play. Okay. What the William Henry Harrison is up with the random encounter rate in that area? Whose idea was it to set the random encounter rate to once every 5 steps for the basement of the air castle? Who thought that would be fun? Oh my god. Alright, I think we have finally arrived. I don't even care. I'm safe stating. After fighting my way through that nonsense, I'm not going to allow myself to have to do it all over again in case this boss fight goes bad. Whew, here we go. Really? Oh no, this torch is a fake! Oh, who could have seen that coming? Hey, Spectre. Bye, Spectre. You've finally come, Lutz. So it was Lashik after all. I've waited for this moment. Lashik, why are you reincarnated like that? For revenge. Lutz, you and all who are helping you will suffer endless pain. I'll kill you all. I'll make you like me, like this. You too will become tortured souls who can never leave my castle. So that's why you lured us here? Oh joy, you have responded to my invitation. I have waited 2,000 years to cut your throats. Here he comes. Lashik, I don't care about anything else you've done, but for making me go through the hell of going up and down those stairs with that random encounter rate, oh man, I'm going to make you suffer. Let's set up our defenses. Okay, that was a lot of damage. This is going to be another one of those fights, isn't it? Okay. I should probably have Ren recover. And maybe I will have Kyra use I think Stardew is the group heal. I'm going to try to set up a Grand Cross. I don't really expect it to work, but we will try. Even if it doesn't work, FS plus Crosscut will still be good damage. Yeah, Grand Cross! 651 damage to your face, Lassic. Alright, I'm very happy that worked. Flare? Let's see. One downside to Kyra, she doesn't have a whole lot in the way of good boss killers. Do I have another Stardew? I do. Go ahead and use that to keep everyone on their feet then. If I can pull off another Grand Cross, that would be just fantastic. I'll try. Dang. Still good damage. I forgot to equip Ren with his single target weapon. That is unfortunate. We need him to recover again. Let's see. I guess let's start experimenting with elements. Let's see how effective Gaifoy is. A Gaisar from Rika. And let's try a Naywatch from Rune. $78, extremely weak. Let's not do that again. Okay, Foy is way better than Watt. Another gate. Okay, that was absolutely devastating. Ren is just going to spend this whole fight recovering, isn't he? Do I have any more Stardews? Yes. I'm really eating through those. One more cross cut. Another double slash. And Foy was better, right? So let's try a Nay Foy. Not bad. Man. Don't you have any other tricks, Lassic? Any more Stardews? Yeah, I've got tons of them. Good. Ray Blade, which was probably does more damage in crosscut anyways, because I think it's Holy Element. A little bit. I will say we have encountered a difficulty spike, haven't we? These last couple of boss battles have been brutal. Okay, Gaifoy. Another Ray Blade. This time we'll have a Gaisar from Rika. She can do that 2 more times. And another Nayfoy from Rune. Okay, so he just increased all his stats. That means that the fight is close to over. Now, him having increased all his stats could potentially be very bad, but we have a counter to that. Okay, Chaz is running low on... Oh, never mind. We now have Nathu. That should be devastating. Rika has plenty more double slashes. And a Nayfoy from Rune. Neutralized. How does it feel, Lassic? I think Possession might put a single target to sleep. I don't think that can even work on androids anyways. Alright. It was looking rough there for a bit when he just kept spamming his group attacks and devastating us, but I think we're on top of this fight now. Yes! We had to go through a lot of Stardews to do it. But that's a victory for us. Eat it, Lassic. Negatus. Ah! You fiend, Lutz! You may have defeated me, but you'll never get the Eclipse Torch. Yoink! That is a very goofy pose. We've done it! We've retrieved the Eclipse Torch. I'm melting! I'm melting! Oh, what a word! What a word! Once again, my body is dissolving, but even now I will not die. I will reincarnate over and over again. I must work for him. As long as he exists, I will continue to bring calamity to the future of Aldo. The air castle is crumbling. We've got to escape quickly. Oh, Lassic, I hate you. I hate your 3 stooge underlings. I hate your air castle. Go die in a supernova and never come back. There will be a shockwave. How? We are in space. There is no medium to propagate a shockwave. Science. Lassic. If you think about it, he's pretty pathetic. Agreed 100%. He was seduced by an enormous power. And now he is but a puppet. Enormous power? Who is the he Lassic mentioned? Is it Dark Force? He hasn't been destroyed yet? Ah, it's really the Eclipse Torch. What a feat that you have retrieved it. Man, you have no idea. I have no qualms about lending the torch to people such as you. Please use this holy flame to lead us from this evil road. All right, let's hurry to the forest of the carnivorous trees. Oh, we did it. Screw the air castle. All right, I am exhausted after that. We're calling it an episode there. Next time, we're going to use the Eclipse Torch to go through the carnivorous trees and go to Gruberg Tower and... Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I'll see you next time. Bye!